phrase, specifically on the predicate part. So here we have the word predicate. So we're done already with this. The S, under the S, we have the subject. So that one is okay. But this time, how about the predicate? That's the question, right? So that's what we're going to focus today. So under the predicate, there should always be a VP, which means verb phrase. And not just that one, that is very crucial in doing a predicate. But that's not yet the formula that we have in doing one. So here, to create a predicate formula, we need auxiliary, the AUX, and then we have the verb phrase. These two are very crucial, or maybe important and not optional. And then we have the adverbial to the nth power, meaning we don't have any limitation regarding that. Whatever the number is. So under the predicate, it's crucial that we have the auxiliary and the verb phrase. Adverbial is optional. Now, what comes with AUX? What should be under the AUX or the auxiliary? The auxiliary is like a helping one, a helping verb. So there are options here. Either you choose between a tense, could be a regular verb, so you have to put a tense, or maybe the verb that you have is a modal. So you choose either of the two, a tense or a modal, T or M, plus if it is a phrasal modal, like ought to, need to, or maybe it is in progressive form of the verb. So when we talk about progressive form, maybe we'll just put here prog. So when we do have a progressive form, is swimming, is running, or maybe a perfect form of the verb, had eaten, has run, or it is in passive form. So these are the options if you chose either tense or a modal. But if tense or modal is not applicable, maybe the sentence is in imperative form. So you have to write here imper, which means imperative. Whenever we talk about imperative, it is a command, a request, or anything. Okay? So that's what it's inside the auxiliary. Now, under the VP, what do we have? Here are the options for VP. So for the VP, this is how it should be extended. We have the copula verb, or maybe we can call it as a be verb, is, are, was, were. Then we have here, if you're going to choose a copula verb, maybe it is with a noun phrase, an adjective phrase, or maybe a prepositional phrase. Example, is a policeman, is beautiful, is in the garden. So these are the options for that. And then, if copula verb is not applicable, maybe it is just simple as a verb. Run, Ara, run, Angie, eat. Ganyan, something like that. Simple as that. Or maybe there is like an optional, like a verb is with an NP, a noun phrase, and a prepositional phrase. So that's another option. Or, another thing, if wala pa rin dyan, there is a possibility that we have a phrasal verb. Okay? So, turn off. come in, things like that. So these are what we call as the phrasal verb. Then optional, again, NP and a prepositional phrase. Okay, so this is what's inside the VP. Okay, kaya pa? Okay. Now, how about for the this one? Pag-usapan pala muna natin yung doon sa tense sa auxiliary. Ito, yung part na to. Let's talk about this one. Yung tense. So, if you chose, for example, it has a tense. Okay? So, you're going to write either the tense. Kita ba? Pero hindi siya masyadong kita. So, let's look for other colors. Wow, namili pa ng kulay. Yan. For a tense, there's a possibility that it could be in present or past. Yung future, hindi siya kasama kasi papasok siya under the modal. Will run, will eat. Doon siya sa modal. Then, if you chose a progressive form of the verb, paano ba ine-extend ng progressive? Of course, it's very crucial that we have the word be. Yan. And, yan. May kasama din siya na ing. Di ba? Ganyan siya ginagawa. Progressive. And then, if it's perfect, hindi ito nababago ha. Lagi siyang be. We have the word have plus en. Regardless kung may en or wala yung word, kailangan lalagyan siya ng en. Okay? So, yeah, that's how it is. And then, we also have the adverbial. So, there are 3 things that you have to remember for under the adverbial, if ever may adverbial. Yan. The first one is adverbial CL, or in short, adverbial clause. Another one, we have the adverbial phrase, or just put letter P. Okay? Or it could be adverbial and then it is a, prepositional phrase. Yung mismong adverbial ay isang prepositional, so pwede na natin ito tanggalin. Yan lang. So, there are 3. So, ano example nito? Itong si adverbial clause, we use this if ever there is a subordinating conjunction. I like him before he likes me. Yung before he likes me, adverbial clause yun. Adverbial phrase is like, he runs quickly. So, yung quickly doon will be adverbial phrase. Prepositional phrase, he runs in the marathon. Okay, so in the marathon, that's the prepositional phrase. So, that's how it works, and that's our formula. Now, let's go back again to the sentence a while ago that we have, if you remember. Yan. Yung, indeed, I like it. So, let's try this. Again. SM and S bar. The indeed here will serve as a adverbial. Indeed. And then we have the subject and the predicate. Then for the subject, we have here NP, pronoun, I. For the predicate, the na. So, balikan natin yung formula kanina. Ano ba under ng predicate? We start with auxiliary. Ayan yung sabi doon. Auxiliary, this one. So, that's how we're going to start. And then, I like it. Then, we have here the V. So, under the auxiliary, yung word na like, isa ba siyang modal? No. Is it appraisal verb? Is it a, ano pa yung another option natin dito? So, hindi. Copular verb ba siya? Hindi. Imperative ba siya? No. So, therefore, tense tayo. So, the auxiliary, tense. Anong tense yan? Past or present? So, you have to identify if it's in past tense or present tense. So, it is in present tense. Tapos, lalagyan natin siya dito ng +1. Bakit +1? Kasi first person. And then, SG kasi singular. Ayan. So, +1, SG. Then, ayan, tense na yan. Dito tayo punta sa verb. So, the word like, under the V, or particularly VP rather, like, copula ba siya? Hindi. V lang talaga siya. I like it. So, in this case, we have the V. And then, we have here the V, which is the word like. That's our verb. And then, the NP pronoun, it. Ayan. So, you see, that's how we created that one. Nalagay lang natin yung tense niya. Maybe we can have another example for this. How about if it is in past tense, like, I liked it. What if ang nakalagay dito, liked, na may letter D. So, ang gagawin niyo lang dito, ito lang yung babaguhin nyo. Then, just put here past. Kasi like. Okay. Now, how about if it is in the maybe future tense? I will like it. Okay. So, dito na tayo magbabago. Kapag I will like it. Kasi in this case, what will happen is that hindi na siya letter T, hindi na siya ganyan. Okay? So, the will like it, okay, with this, hindi siya past, hindi siya present, future siya, but it also serves as a modal na. So, under the auxiliary, we have the M, and under the M, we actually have here the word will. Kasi dyan na siya papasok. And then, under that, the word will that we have is the VP. Then, again, verb, like, NP, pro, it. Okay? What if naman, hindi na siya future tense? What if the word right now is I am liking it. Ayan. So, in this case, if the word is I am liking it, so, i-shortcut na lang natin tong sa sentence. Doon tayo mag-focus sa pinaka-verb phrase. So, here, we have the predicate. Nag-start ako sa predicate, Please know that I started sa predicate. So, under the predicate, we have here the auxiliary. Then, under the auxiliary, what tense? May tense pa rin. Present pa rin yan. So, lalagay pa rin natin present. +1, singular. Okay? Now, dito na, kasi meron na tayong progressive. Lalagay natin yung prog na term. Doon na siya papasok. So, Paano yan, miss, kapag meron ng kasamang ganyan? It will be part of the auxiliary. So, under the tense, ilalagay natin yung word na prog. Kasi, auxiliary, tense, and prog. Diyan siya papasok. Tapos, ano ulit yung term natin, yung under ng prog? Ito. Kailangan, may naka-word na be, tapos, ing. Yan na. So, remember that part. I am liking. So, in this case, dito papasok si VP. Tapos, eto na. Dito, like. Tapos, dito natin ngayon ilalagay yung ing. Kanina, nilagay lang natin dito temporarily. Pero, ito dapat, tatawid siya ngayon sa kabila. Ayan. So, may pagtawid. Okay? I am liking. Okay? So, ganyan siya. And then, NP. Sorry. Kalimutan ko yung V dito. V, like. Tapos yan. And, pronoun, it. Yan. So, ganyan yung nangyayari sa present tense. What about, tandaan nyo ha, present yan. Kaya nakalagay dito, present. So, ano naman, ma'am, miss, yung mangyayari if ever I had like it. Okay? So, paano pag ganyan? I had like it. So, ibig sabihin, I'm going to use the S subject. Wala na muna yung subject na I. Focus tayo sa predicate. So, under the predicate, we have the word auxiliary. Under the auxiliary, anong tense yan? Yung had. Past tense. So, dito natin gagawin yung past tense. Tapos, under the past tense, pag past tense na, no need na ng ganyan. Yung plus 1 tsaka SG, no need na yan. Kasi past tense naman na. Then, had is a perfect tense. So, you're going to put here perfect. Ano yung under ng perfect tense? There is the word have. Kahit had yung nakasulat dyan, you have to put the word have. And then, en. Pero again, temporary yung en na yan. Idudugtong natin yan sa kabila. Then, the VP, we have the V word. Under the V, we have the word like. Pero, sorry, mali pala yung term. Liked. Tapos, 1, 2, 3, tuldok, and then en. Doon natin itatawid itong si en. Laging itatabi. So, yan. Nandyan siya. Tapos, NP, pronoun, and then, it. Yan. So, that's how we put it that way. Sana na-gets nyo. So, doon naman na tayo sa progressive form and progressive tense and perfect tense. Okay?